Okay, we're ready to start the computer project. Got a lot of things to do, so let's just get right into it. I've already been preparing a little bit. Have most of the stuff I need, for the first phase in my inventory. Did a little prep work last night off stream. This is one of the modules that we're going to use for the computer facility. This one is making crystal oscillators. This is just a test setup here. I created it over here in this Mark II Blueprint Designer, and then ran the stuff that I needed over here to test: rock quartz, rubber, deuterium, copper ore, and then it outputs 3.5 crystal oscillators. So we're going to set up 4 of these, and that will allow us to make 30 computers per minute. But our one big issue is we need more power. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to set up a power plant. We're going to do this in the green fields. There's all the nodes we need over there, so that's why we're going to do it there. But one of the things we don't have yet is the heavy oil residue. We need to make circuit boards as well, but we're not going to use this recipe. We're going to do a no plastic setup, so there won't be any plastic for circuit boards or for the computers. Oh, speaking of which, we need to get the computer recipe as well. So we're going to do heavy oil residue. We didn't have that last time we did a power plant, so we just used the straight fuel recipe, and that plant probably needs to be upgraded, but we'll probably wait until we get diluted fuel, which is a tier 7, I think. So that's the next phase. So anyway, we definitely want this recipe. We're going to use this to generate the polymer and to power the computer fab. So it will create both the power, and we will use the polymer residue to make rubber, which we will use in the other recipe. That's for the insulated crystal oscillators. Takes rubber. That's the module that I just showed you. That one's already all set up. The other one that we want is crystal computer. This one right here. So this is my favorite computer recipe, mainly because it uses an assembler instead of a manufacturer. So we're definitely going to use that one. And I think, we're also using silicone circuit boards. So let's see if we have that. Do we already have that recipe unlocked? Yeah, we already have the silicon circuit board recipe unlocked, so that's the other one that we needed. And I think that's everything. So, I did just get some new, oh yeah, there's another, I think there's another one that has inflated pocket dimension, or did I already get that one? I must have already gotten it. Okay, but it looks like we have a pretty good amount of space in our inventory right now. We need to grab some more, probably grab some more sheets. Oh, this is all full, but we're going to use this as a additional slots. Just fill it up with, in this case, we're putting a bunch of concrete in there. And I just added a whole bunch of Mark II pipes and some extra stuff to my to-do list here, so I'll hopefully have enough and we won't have to come back. But we also do have enough to build a hypertube cannon, so we can get back. We're not going to bring power over there. Oh, it looks like the only thing we need is a little bit more encased industrial beams. So let's go grab some of those. So yeah, we're not going to connect to the main grid. We're going to have its own power, so this factory should be totally standalone. That one's concrete. This one is encased industrial beams. Let's take it all. Oh yeah, cool. Our to-do list is totally checked off, or our resources list, I guess. So I guess it's time to go. And we're going to go all the way to the southern side of the map. I did come out here yesterday and scouted the area. And all the nodes that we need. We don't really need that much. We can take a look at the modeler here in a minute. So we're going to go out by that arch. That's where the crude oil is that we need. There's a pure crude node there. And so, yeah, we need quartz, deuterium, crude oil. Uh-oh. We're running low on flying juice. Oh, that's our node right there. Copper. Oh, hey, bud. Well, that was a little bit ugly, but whatever. Yeah, let's look at the modeler real quick here before we go too far. So this is what we're going to build right now. This is more than what we need. We only need 105 rubber for this plant that we're building. But we're going to build a little bit more so we get more power. So this will make us, what's that, 5,000? This will make 5,000 or 5 gigawatts. And so this is what we're going to build right now. We'll start with the soil extractor, then 15 of these, 10 of these, 20 of those. So this is actually a little bit of a big project. And then after we get done with that, that's just this section right here. I've just copied and broke it out. This is the whole computer factory. So we'll be making 30 of those. We have, this part is the modular where I already showed at the very beginning. That's this module. This is broken out into, we'll need 4 of these. This one's already done. This one we haven't done yet. This is the circuit board module. Actually, I don't think we're going to do this version. We're going to do this version here. This version uses, what is this called? Cheap silica, which we do have unlocked, but we just don't need to add another resource type into this build already. So we don't need limestone. We're not going to use it. So anyway, we got copper. Here, let's go look at this one here. So quartz, copper, deuterium, oil, and water. And that's everything that we need. So all of those things are right here. Here's our oil. The water is up there a little ways. And then over that direction is the quartz, the copper, and the deuterium. So we're going to go build here over the void, I think. Oh, there's also a pure, I think it's a pure uranium node. Let's just see. So this is a nice place to put our, no, I thought it was right next to that one, but it's around here somewhere. There's a pure uranium node here somewhere that, or no, actually I believe it's normal now that I think about it. Yeah, so here's the void. We can build out that direction. Since we need a little bit of space for this project. But, oh, there it is right there. Oh, wait, maybe this is not the pure node. This is actually probably the impure. I think there's an impure node here too. Yeah, that one's impure. We're not using that one. We're going to use this one over here. Yeah, so that is... That's a normal. Anyway, we don't want to spend a lot of time right here. Yeah, actually, this is where we're going to build out right here. So let's get this thing started right away. Not enough space for a blue slug. I'll just put these right here. Let me get this poor guy before we start building. Okay, there you go, buddy. All right, so yeah, let's start with a world foundation on the world grid. One higher, I guess. But we don't want to go up too high. We'd like to use as few pumps as possible. So anyway, let's do it. Here we go. I haven't measured this stuff out yet, so we're just going to throw a whole bunch of these down and figure it out as we go. Would help if I put us back on the video. Okay, sorry about that. Just see what we're going to do first. First, we're going to do 15 heavy oil residues. 15 refineries of heavy oil residue. And that'll make 600, which is a single pipe. So we're good on that. And I guess we'll go out. At some point, you take damage out there, and I don't know how far out that is. We're good here. Okay, that'll get us started. This is actually lined up nicely. So pop an extractor. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to bootstrap this thing, so we're gonna have to figure out what to do about that. I guess we can do just do partial to get this thing started. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time making this pretty right now because I do not have any protection against that radiation. So out here we can make it look nicer. Okay, so let's start with let's get the blueprint designer down so we can accelerate this process. I don't think we have a blueprint for this right now, so we'll do it this way. Wait. It's Mark II. Did I do this in Mark II? I might have actually, maybe I did do this in Mark II. Load blueprint, power, fuel. Oh, okay, I did. All right, so that's cool. That way we we have as many as we can hold, which is 4. Just need to switch the recipe. Heavy oil residue. And we're doing these at 100%. Okay. And then we'll save this as... Okay. All right. We're ready to start laying these guys down. We'll give 1 foundation of space here. And so this is output over here, so we need to rotate this around. We'll put the whole thing inside here. That seems like a better option. And we've got 4 here, and we need 10, so we'll do... I mean, I think we need 15, so we can do 4 of these. 15 is what we need. I think that's enough. $16. So we could underclock or just delete. I think we'll delete. I don't want to go reset all these clock speeds. Really don't want to fall off here and lose my inventory. So it's 30 times 15. It's 450. That's what we're supposed to have. That's flowing the wrong direction, but that's fine. Wanted to bring them back. We'll go delete the last one. And then we do need to connect some of these. Yeah, I'm not sure how we're going to bootstrap this thing. Power-wise, at least. Didn't quite think about that part. I mean, we do have some biofuel, but that's going to be a little bit tough. Get out of here. The thing we can do is just turn on a very small part of it. Okay, so anyway, that's heavy oil residue. Next, we need residual fuel. And then after that, power, generators. So we'll do residual fuel next. And residual fuel, we need 10. And we don't have a blueprint for that, I don't think. So we'll load the fuel recipe and residual fuel does not have any byproducts because it's made from a byproduct. And we want 100%. Just check them. Okay. And since we don't have a byproduct, we'll just delete this. Oh. Those belts were not connected on this one, so I don't want to go replace those, so we'll just lay down the belts. We do need to update that. Update both of those blueprints. Not going to do that right now, though. Okay. So this one's residual fuel. Guess we'll keep the same icon. Just verify that we're at 100%. So we'll lay down 3 and then delete 2. And we want the input to be on the same side here as the output, so we'll probably have to rotate this around. This is the input here, that's the output. And we don't need to rotate. I think this is going to be fine. one more. That's the right spot. And delete these two. Is that correct? Let me just count real quick. Should be 12. It's 12. Okay. And we need to connect these up. Okay, so there's that. Now it's time to lay down some fuel generators. Okay, for fuel generators, we need 20. We have 4, so that's just 5. We have 4 in a blueprint, so we just need down 5 of these. And 5 is not a good, it doesn't split. It's not even. So, what we're going to do about that. Could go right here. So just look at the numbers real quick. Just thinking about the layout here. 40 per minute per. And these take 20. So 2 of these can feed so 40. So we need 2 per this, and then we have 12, right? Let me check my numbers again here. Why is this? Oh, we're only supposed to have 10 of those. Okay, we do have 10, that's right. I think what we're going to do is we'll do, rotate this. Oops. We want to do it this way. And we'll have power on the right. And we'll have 4, 4, and 2 in terms of these guys. So the first 4 machines will feed these 8, and then we'll do the another 8, and then another 2. I think that's the best way to do this. Oh my. A little vertigo there. We want to put one more out here too. Oh, looks like we need 2 more. Go do this one real quick. Probably should just do those other 2, but I don't want to figure out the math right now, so we'll just continue doing what we're doing. Okay, that's all of those. Now, we got to bootstrap this thing. Let's get this off of my screen. Don't need to see those at the moment. So to bootstrap this, let's just look at the numbers real quick. First thing, we're going to want to make sure we have a, well, we need an awesome sync. Anyway, this will make 40. One of these makes 40. And this takes 60. So 2 of these is 120, and so 3 of these. So we'll start. See if we get 3 of these going. Ooh, that's going to be a lot of power. Yeah, so we're going to start with the first 3. If we can do that. Actually, in order to get the first 3 going, we're probably going to need to... Yeah, we don't have, we're going to have to bootstrap this with bioburners, so let's just see what we get if we do just one of these. We don't care about efficiency right now. This will make 40, 60. We can, this is going to make 40, so let's just connect up just a single one of these. Do that. We'll delete this pipe, and we'll disable this. Okay, so here's our power for these. Let's bring this guy here. So he's going to be making power, so we don't really care about whether it's connected to this right now. Yeah, we actually don't really want that. Do want... that one and this one need to be connected. And we're gonna underclock that extractor. Actually, we should underclock this too. So here we want 50%, because 200 is enough for one generator, or 20 is exactly what we need for one fuel generator. So then we only need 30 here. So this will be 75%. And that'll make 30. And this all saves us on power. And then this guy needs to get 22.5 per minute. So that's what we set our oil extractor to. Do 2.5. Okay. We may need a pump. Probably are going to need a pump. So let's put down some bioburners. Yeah, I don't know how much this is going to take. Let me get some fuel also. Oops. Okay. Six ought to do it. 6 is... So 6 of these is what, 180? Mm-hmm. This guy started. How much does he need? He only needs 3.5. That's nice. And probably going to need to put a pump on it. Let's just put a pump on it just to... Actually, let's crank this up because we're going to need to get that fuel filling all those lines. That's taking 80. We'll turn it back down once the fuel lines get full. And we turn these guys on. Also take this one off. Okay, that pipe is full. I'm going to bring this guy back down. Let's just do it 50% for right now. 32 megawatts. Yeah. No power. I guess we didn't connect these two. We'll disconnect this one and this one. Okay. So this guy should get all of the heavy oil residue coming in. Okay. And then fuel-wise, I think we're already set up. This guy should come online here in a sec. Let's get rid of this. And we already disconnected that one. Now we just gotta wait for this guy to get some fuel. He's got a little bit. He needs one to kick off, huh? Come on. There we go. We'll just pause him to let him fill up a little bit. Let's see, how much power do we have in the system? We can, let's bring this guy up to 100%. Okay. It's probably putting fuel in this one also. It is. But if we turn this guy on now, he should run fairly solid. Okay. Connect that back in to our grid. Got a bunch more power. Let's start bringing more of these guys online, I guess. We're not going to do the whole thing at once. But I think it was 3 of these. For 2 of those, right? So we'll do that next. Once we get this online, then we probably can just turn on the whole thing, but take it a step at a time. And we need 2 of these guys down. Okay. And these guys need to... Everybody should be at 100% now. How much do we need here? We need 30. We need 90. I think we're making 90 at least. How much are we making? 120. Cool. Oh, no. My math was not right. Or did we run out of power here? Nope, we're still got plenty of power here. Oh. we do wrong? We just went a bridge too far. Just those two. That was 90, right? That's 3. Yep. And I'm gonna disconnect this one for the moment. Let's grab some more liquid fuel. It's already full. It's gonna be tight. Consumption is... Oh yeah, because of that pump. Alright, fine. I'm gonna do this over. Capacity's 180. We're using 90. Might have been a little easier to bring power over here, huh? I think we'll overclock that one is what we'll do, maybe. So we have enough crude coming in to turn this guy on as well. He doesn't have power yet. We got a capacity of 430 right now. It looks fairly solid. Let's go fill these guys before we do anything. Okay. All right, let's try to kick it up another notch here. It's going to take 60. So I think we're really solid right now. Should fill up a lot faster now. The guy next door should actually have a full. Yeah, he is full. We can turn him on. I want to make sure. Well, we're going to need to turn this guy on also. No, 2 is enough for those. But we will need to go turn on this other guy over here. He's ready to go, just needs power, I guess. And we have plenty of headroom, let's just do it. Okay, 3. 2. This guy's not getting any of this. Okay, so now these guys are making 80. So we should be able to turn this guy on, no problem. And we should actually be able to turn on these 2. Oh, we're gonna have to go connect these. He's running at 92%, but he's got full oil residue. This guy's still filling up. So can we bring up 3 more of these? 1, 2, 3. So that's going to be a 180. Yeah, that's too much. We can't do that. But we should be able to turn these two on. Let's do this next. Okay, we're up to 1 gigawatt. Now we have enough headroom to turn those on. Yep. So we'll do the next 3. I've already got this broken. Oh, 90. So we're gonna need to make sure we have at least 180 over here. Let's just take this all the way up to 40. Okay, we got crude in the pipe. We'll disconnect these. Oh, polymer's already backing up. Some sink. Should solve that. Hopefully we get there in time. Ooh, scary close. Okay, our belt is clear. All right, so this guy should be generating, yes, a lot. Let's connect this. And then we can add 2 more of these guys. Okay, we're getting pretty close to being able to turn this whole thing on. Just have to go through the steps. Probably would have been easier to just drag power over, but this is kind of fun. In a weird sort of way, if you're some kind of a masochist. Okay. So yeah, we have 4 of these, and 4 of these are supposed to support 8 of these. So once this pipe gets full, I think what we'll do is we will delete this one, and then we'll let these guys fill here. Once they get filled, we'll put this pipe back on, and then so that'll be 8 times 250 is 2 gigawatts. And what we have is 10, that's 600 megawatts here, and then this one is 15. So it's 25 times 60. So that's to run all of these, it's less than 2 gigawatts. It's 1.5. And this guy, I don't know how much he's taking. Oh, we got a lot of coupons. That's great. We're going to go unlock some stuff a little bit later. Okay, these guys are full. We can go ahead and connect this one. This guy should come online right away. So we'll do one more section here. We'll do should we do 3 or should we go for 6? I think what we're gonna need to do actually is go crank this guy up. These guys should not be doing anything at all. They're looking pretty good. It's up to 480. What was the number that we were looking for? We just need 450 actually for the whole thing. So let's 200 megawatts. Save a little bit of megawatts there. It's nice to overdo it at the beginning though, because then you can fill the line a lot faster. Just go ahead and connect everything up now. There's enough to fill this whole thing. That way when we're ready to turn on machines, they will have the oil they need. So we'll do another bank of 3. And then we need another bank of 2 on this side. Actually, we don't want to do that because we're ready to move on to the next 1, 2, 3, 4. So we want to leave this right here. And so these 4 for these 8. This one is going to go right here. All right. No, it doesn't really go there. Actually goes here. I guess we'll do it this way. This might work. Just like the other one did. Why doesn't it? I guess because I deleted this pipe is why. I don't really know where it was. Hopefully right there. I think that looks right, actually. Right on this line. Yeah, that looks good. Off for the moment. Okay, now let's make sure we're getting the heavy oil residue that we need. We could probably just start this whole thing up now, but I'm nervous after that one power failure. We don't want that, actually. All right, let's check the power situation, see how close we are. Yeah, see, this is a little bit scary here. Getting nervous. So, how many of these do we have on? Got 10. 10 is not good. Should be 12. And 12 supports 6. That's 3 to 2, right? That's 8 actually. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Well, we're actually looking pretty good. We're only consuming about 1 gigawatt, and we're producing 2.5. It's very spiky right now, but that will clear up. Just delete this. And we'll let these guys run solid before we reconnect it. Make sure everything's connected over here. Looks pretty good. This heavy oil residue pipe does fill to 600 when everything's online, so we may want to do a connection from here to there. We will do that, but not at this moment. Not until everything's online. These guys are still not getting any oil? Oh, they're getting a little bit. Just not much. I mean, if we do make that connection right now, that will help quite a bit. Let's just do it from here to here. Oops. That way these guys should start to get some a little faster. Okay. That's looking great. Well, I think this thing is looking good enough for us to go and start on the factory. And we'll come back after this fills in a little bit Feeling fairly confident in it now. Little drop there. But our consumption side is good. Can probably turn everything else on. Let's do that. Oh, what is this? I don't like that. That's ugly. Okay, this guy's full of oil. Everybody's got full. Oh, this guy's not full. This guy's not full. Yeah, we probably should just connect these directly. No, that's not right. This is supposed to be 3. So 1, 2, 3. This one. And now should have used. This is getting dangerous. Alright, what we're going to do is I'll just connect these back up. And we'll just make these cross connections. That seems like that's Working a little bit better. All right, let's turn this thing on. Oh, wait, why didn't we have power there? Okay. Okay, I guess this thing's done. It'll still take a little while for it to fully spin up, but we're at 4.1 right now. Should get to 5. Took a little bit longer than I was expecting. But we have power now. Quick wire. No? Oh, I see. That was in there already. I see. Okay, so we're going to need to get the power to make the rubber, but we should work on circuit boards first. Because I'm tired of working in that power plant. We need to do a blueprint for circuit boards, and maybe we should go do that back at the base, since we have everything we need there. Let's find that Caterium, because that's where we want to be. Should be right over here. 300 meters. Actually, quartz, too. Quartz right here. So here's the Caterium. There's iron. We don't need iron. Quartz is right there. Caterium, quartz, and copper. Oh, he's still alive. Okay. And copper. Right there, 140. Hope this is pure. Pretty sure it is. No. Okay. This is pure. So probably go get this one. Let's put down miners on the nodes that we care about. And that's the Caterium. Apparently I didn't put the miners on my list, my to-do list. What do we need? 4? Get. Not sure where we're going to build this thing at. But let's just get this taken care of. And we'll get that copper. Should be just north. South. Yeah, we want to aim south on this one. So copper we need 473, so we'll just double this guy. I'll put it right here. Okay. So we got our crude oil, we got our quartz, we got our copper, we got our caterium, we need water. but we're not going to do the water just yet. Let's get the power. Where's the power plant? I should be able to see it from here, shouldn't I? Guess not. Let's do power tower instead. Hard to see which way these things are rotated. Okay, let's just put it right here. Missing wire. I don't have wire in the... Alright. Looks like we need to build the hyper tube cannon. Did pretty good. This is the first time we didn't have some component that we needed. There it is over there. And it should be 5 gigawatts. See how close we are. 5. And it's solid as a rock. That's what we're looking for. Okay, so we can pop up a hypertube cannon, no problem now. Put it right here. If we have the parts, I think we do. I put it on the list. Missing wire. Well, I'll have to do it the old-fashioned way. $300 meters away. How much wire do we need? Three wire. I can just take this guy down. All right. Hey, Tim? I've done probably 7 complete playthroughs. More that I've started that I haven't completed. But I've been playing the game for 7 years also. I got it when it first came out in... Uh-oh. We better land. I got it when it first came out in 2019 in pre-release. Once 1.0 came out, I played it in 2024, and then I took a couple years off, and so...
Witness the deep and sing for us.
I am still unable to initiate communication. How are you doing it?
We composed a resonant song to curb the effigy, tapping into the inner currents. We sacrificed our blood and our temples and let the metal in from the void to eat our flesh.
So I'm
That's
back
a lot
now.
to unpack. How
And
do
I've
you
actually,
tap
this is
into
my
these
third
inner
playthrough
currents?
since I started again.
Consume our blood, worship at our
This time I'm
altars,
doing
prove ability.
5x
I do
elevator
not
parts and
understand.
2x power.
Flood frequencies paint straight lines. The blood is a teacher. Each altar is a window.
Processing data.
Okay. So what we want to do now is the circuit board module. This is the crystal oscillator module. This is just the test installation here. Built it yesterday, last night. And this one takes rock quartz, rubber, deuterium, and copper, and makes crystal oscillators at, I think it's 3.75 per minute. Should probably turn this off. We don't really need this on anymore. We'll just disconnect these and let it finish building what it's got, so we don't have a lot of waste when we delete it. We can leave this one online. Then we'll go over here, clear this guy. So we need to build another blueprint for circuit boards. The computer blueprint, the blueprint for the computer factory is really easy. It's the same basically as those colored factories we have over there. They're just 9 assemblers in a stack. But this one that we need to build right now is a little bit more complicated. So let's look at the thing. So this is the whole thing that we're building right here. This includes the power plant. This is actually a copy of it, so we can just move this out of the way. So this is the power plant here. The computers is actually just 9 assemblers. The crystal oscillator is the one that we just looked at, is this thing right here. With the 4 inputs, here's the rubber input and the quartz, and so these are the exact same numbers that are written on that module, and all these machines are squeezed into that module. We need 4 of these in order to do this 15 right here. And now what we need to do is build these 45. And those 45 are basically, this is one recipe, but we're not going to do this one. This one takes limestone. The alternate recipe is cheap silica, but we don't really want to. We have a pure quartz node, and we don't want to introduce another type. So we're going to do this one here. This the right one? Yeah. Oh, no. That's actually AI limiters. Where's the one we want? Don't I have it broken out? Well, let's just change this one because we're not going to do this. And delete. Yeah, we'll delete this and we'll just use the regular silica recipe. There we go. So it actually probably takes less space in the module. But, so this is 10 constructors, plus 3 more constructors, and 7 smelters, and then 4 assemblers. And that'll fit easily into one Mark II blueprint. This is the only one that's a little bit tight in terms of, you can put 10 on a layer, but then you don't have any room really for belts besides the belts that are already on there. So anyway, this is the one that we're going to build right now. So let me just zoom in on that. And so when I come back to refer to it, it will be easy for me to see. And yeah, just take another second here, thinking it through. I think what we'll do is we'll put these on the bottom floor and try to squeeze these in as well. And then the next floor with these. Or actually, yeah. Maybe even these on the bottom floor. I don't think we can get it into 2 floors, so it'll probably need to be 3. Well, let's just start playing around with it and see what happens. Yeah, actually, before we get into that, I'm going to go grab a coffee, so I will be right back. Okay. All caffeinated. So we need smelters. 6 smelters, 7 smelters, and we'll probably do 8 just because it makes it nice and round. Yeah, actually, that's part of the reason why we came back is because we're out of wire, so we need to see if I can do a depot. Missing wire for a depot also. do that blueprint now. Let's go do it up here. Okay, so we need 8 of these. Oh, this one's on glass. Let's do the rows. Gives us a little bit of flexibility in how we do it. We need 3 constructors as well. One, two, three, four. That's one too many. Is that right? Yeah, 8. So we can definitely fit the constructors on here as well. We might even fit... Yeah, okay. I think I'm starting to see how this is going to work. The one that we're building is... It has more input than output, so we want to use shared output for the constructors. And... So these are actually backwards. So we want the output to come this direction. Right there. One is not right. Okay. Now we'll do some constructors. We need I mean, the numbers are small, so it doesn't really matter. Our belts can handle it. Let's do shared input. That way, the output of this will just feed right into that. Okay. And number-wise, it's 6.6. So 6.6 divided by 8. So, oops. 0.6. So 82.5 on each one of these. And this is copper, 82.5. Okay. And 82. Oh, wait. Actually, it's output is 24.75. 24.75 times 8 is 198. And 198 is how many we need. Okay. And then on these guys, it's 9.9. It's the total of what we need, because we need 99. So what is that? Just 99%, I guess. Upper sheets. 99. And 10 times 99 is 9.9 is 99. That's what we need. So copy that. So we'll need 6 more of these on the next row, or on the next level. And let's try the 8-meter ceiling. Looks fine. There's no room for lights. No, I want the 5x5. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Okay, so I'm gonna put some more of these on. This time we'll go the other direction. So there'll be, this will be the output here. We can turn those around, actually. Yeah, actually, I don't really want those going the opposite direction. We don't have belts, so it's easy to change those. So we're going to say everything's coming this way. Let's just go ahead and change these real quick. The middle is already correct on both. Yeah, it's correct on both of them. Okay, so these are all splitters, and we want them going this way. What? I guess it doesn't matter because those don't connect, but... Oh. I see what the problem is. We want the other row. Shared input constructor row. Are these opposite? Shared input constructor row. And we want this on the other side. And we want these all going in the same direction as well. And we want to upgrade these guys. Doesn't matter which direction as long as they all match. I want this turn. Oh, this is supposed to be a merger, that's why. that looks good. Now, should be able to put this. Okay, I think that's what we want. Oh no, this is facing the wrong direction. We want them both going the same way. So actually, these are the ones that are facing the wrong direction. Okay. Everybody's facing this way. All these have been updated. Probably want to save this under a new name. Shared input. One D. One direction. Okay. Blueprint, shared input 1D. We want to do that for these guys also. Let me just make sure that that's... I think this is lined up the way we want now. Still doesn't match, but we'll actually make the new smelter row we're about to make match. So, splitter on the right from this side. Clear. Load. Generic. This is output. We want input. That's what we want. Okay, now clear this out. We want to leave the ceiling, so we'll just delete these. Okay. So 2 meters on that side. 2 meters on this side. Perfect. And let's give it at least 1 meter. What? And if we do this, that seems good. This is shared input. And this is, where's output? Yeah, this is output. Now we want to put a merger right here. And we want these going into there. Now coming out this direction. Oh, come on. That's the wrong way. Something is wrong. So this is supposed to be a splitter, but it needs to point like that. Okay. And I have it on here. Okay, I think that looks right. Squeeze one more in, please. Oh yeah, nice. If we had the inputs on the outside, we could have just run those outputs into these inputs and saved this row and then had room, which I don't think we do right now. So we should probably do that. Yeah, so we want inputs on the outside. Merger here. Pointing this way. Splitter here. Pointing that way. Okay. Okay, so this is shared output 1D row. Shared output 1D row. Now they should line up the way we want, in theory. Yeah, so we can get rid of this thing now. We don't care about that. We care about these. They don't match. So this one is slightly inside. This one is slightly inside. Oh, just gotta pray. Oh yeah, default works. Nice. Okay. I'm totally down with that. And that gives us a little bit more room, I think. Yeah, enough room that we can fit one of those on, so it's better. And now we take this right up here, but now we're going to go the other direction. Pretty sure that's the spot. Perfect. Wait, is this going the right way? Yeah, it must be going the right way, otherwise it wouldn't snap. And this one. Okay, so we need 10 of these, and so that means we need 2 more rows. What? So these are shared output. Cool. Okay, so that's constructors and smelters. Let me just count these smelters. There should be 8. So 8. Okay, then it's time for we need 3 more constructors and then 4 assemblers. We can do 4 constructors if it makes it easier. We should just do those constructors right here and then put the assemblers on the next level. Or actually, yeah, we'll do all of those on the next level probably. So we want to put a 8-foot ceiling here. 8-meter ceiling. Seems fine. Now we want 4 assemblers and 4 constructors. We could actually move those over a little bit, but we're fine. I'm going to go in one more from that. Go right there instead. Well, how much room do we have here? That's can go over 2 more. Okay. And then we'll put a constructor on each one of these. If we can fit it. And this is silicon circuit board. Silicon circuit board is 3.6. 3.6, that's 75%, I'm pretty sure. Divided by 4. No, guess it's 90%. Okay. 90. Okay, so if those are 90, then not sure what these are going to be. We'll find out in a second. This is silica. And it's 264. What's the actual number? It's 99. And this one makes 37.5. So, 37.5 times 4 is 150. And then we want 99 divided by 150. It's 0.66. .6667. It's 25. We don't really want 25. We want 24 point. Actually, let's do it this way. 24.25 is what we want. So 24.25 times 4. No. Yeah, 24.75. Oh, it's 66 exact? Okay, that's odd. Odd but good. All right. So we need silica up here, and then here we need sheets. So this thing is basically laid out. I could scooch it over. There's room. What about over here? I can't move this at all, so these have to stay where they are. What does this give us? This gives us a whole one over here and not over here. I don't think that's actually what we want, is it? No, it's definitely not what we want. That's what we want. Oh, we still need to move these guys over. Okay, that looks good. And we can't move over this way anymore because this guy is right on the edge, or no? Well, yeah, that's enough. I'm enough futzing around. I think this looks good. Let's save it. So this is, I think this is 45 circuit boards, 4 times 11.25. Yep, 45 circuit boards. And that's the only special recipe on here, so. It's not hybrid. $45. Silicon. Okay, we still need to wire this thing and plumb it, but I think that design is final. At least the layout. So these are inputs. Oh. Yeah, we need that, but we also need this one. We can go. This should work, hopefully. No, that doesn't work. What if we do it like this? That works. Okay. Can get it. This is output, so we don't need to connect these, but we do need to connect these. These are inputs, these are outputs. So these are outputs to inputs. Looks good. And these inputs connected. I think I just did these. That's good. Should have enough room here. So this is copper. We didn't put it on glass, but that's okay. We can deal with that. Okay. So this is all good to go. This, well, we do need to wire still. And then we'll start with right here. Yeah, that was kind of dumb. It's annoying to wire them this way. The pencil word? Yes, it is. Okay. I'm gonna do it like this. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Everything's wired. Now we just need to get, I think, yeah, so all the sheets should be coming. Oh, we haven't set these yet. These are supposed to be 99. Okay. These are copper. Don't remember the number I need. 6.6. I think these are 75. 82.5. I'll make 24.75, which I'm pretty sure is the right number. $24.75. Times 8 is 198. That's what we need. Okay. Just a little bit more plumbing left to go here, and then this thing is done. And then we got to test it. So quartz in here. Sheets in here. So we'll take the sheets this way. So this is the output for the sheets. And we'll put splitters on here. Input that way. And we can do a floor hole, I guess. I don't think this is going to work, but we'll just try it. I mean, let's try the other way. And we'll bring it down. This one. Whatever. It's a little bit ugly, but it'll work. Okay, then there's only other thing we need is to get the quartz up here. And so for quartz, so we'll do the same thing. We got lots of room, so we can bring it back this way. All right, well. Fix that. We'll bring it in from over here. Okay. I would like it if that was sticking out. What if we do this? That's not going to work. That's not going to work. How about this? Pretty sure that ain't going to work either. Yeah. Well, for the moment, this is it. So here is our copper. Here is our quartz. Let's look at the... that's all we need is copper and quartz. Let's save this. I think it's ready to test. We don't have any output, actually. So we'll put a merger right here. What if we do this? I mean, we can just go the other way and bring it back. We got plenty of room. The main thing is we want this to be in the right spot. We'll focus, we'll start from down here and work our way back up. Alright, well, I'm kind of tired of messing with this, so what we're going to do is we will just put this on here for the moment, bring it down, save it. And we need to test this thing. So we just need copper and quartz. We got it over here. Clear. Copper. Quartz. This is iron, right? No, it's deuterium. Copper goes in there. Quartz goes in here. I don't want. See if this goes on. Yeah, it goes on. What happened to our power? We got plenty of power. Is it just this one? Okay, so there's two that are not connected. We getting circuit boards? Not yet. They're in there. Okay. Just make sure everything's operating. %0 here because no copper sheets. Yeah, this is looking good. We didn't put a floor on it. We need to put on a floor and a ceiling. That's a little bit of lag there. Okay, and then we want to put on a 10-foot ceiling. 10-meter ceiling. We can. Or we can just do it the old-fashioned way. Let's do it the old-fashioned way. All right, over here maybe? There we go. That's the wrong direction. Where is it? I want to go one higher. Okay, I think that's it. All right, let's save this. This is 45 silicone circuit boards. Okay. I don't need that rubber. Let's put it in here. Okay. And we'll test it. It should be final. I'm pretty sure this is it. I mean, you know, there's more that needs to be done, but that's all we're going to do for now. So, in theory, everything should just work. Okay, we're live. Making circuit boards. There's only one more that we need to make, I think. We do still need to do the rubber. Do rubber, and we need to do computers. Working very well. Let's just check our numbers. 100%. This guy still hasn't got enough parts to start working yet. He's waiting on sheets. Need 2 more. Same here. This guy needs 3 more. Our throughput's not going to be there. It's supposed to be 45, but just got to wait for more stuff. He must have made 1 because he's down to 2 now. Well, it looks like we're probably going to have to do a part 2 on this because we're already pretty far along in this stream. And we're not quite ready to finish here. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're gonna stop the stream here. Basically got everything ready. We have our crystal oscillator module. We've got, this is our circuit board module. We set up the power. Let's go look at that power. One thing we still haven't done is the computer module, but that's just one of these. We're just going to use the generic 9 assembler module, set it up for crystal computers, and then we need to set up one of these, 4 of the crystal oscillator modules, and we need to make rubber. But we should be good on that. Let's just run over there and see how that area is looking. So we already set up the 5 gigawatt power plant, and it's using heavy oil residue. And so that makes off the polymer resin as the byproduct, and we will take that polymer resin and make it into the rubber that we're going to use. So yeah, we just set this up on stream. And so that's making the 5 gigawatts. Over here is where we have our copper and deuterium, or silica, excuse me, quartz. And this guy should be running very solid. Just see, it should be totally flat at 5 gigawatts. Uh-oh, there's a little dip in there. Well, we made a lot more than we needed. We only need like 3.5 to run the factory that we're doing. So let's see if we can figure out who's... Yeah, I see this side, it's only got 1.1. He's probably the one that's dipping. We can go deal with this stuff later. 2 of these should support 4 of those, but this is a little bit of a fiasco here, so we'll figure that out. But like I said, we got plenty of headroom, so that's not a big deal. Anyway, we just got to come back. We got to convert this polymer resin here into rubber. We'll take the rubber into the crystal oscillator factories, and then the crystal oscillators and the circuit boards into the crystal computer, and that will give us our 30 computers per minute. So I was hoping to get it done on this stream, but it took a little bit longer to build this because I had to bootstrap it, and because we don't have any power out here, we had 0 power, so we bootstrapped it off of those bioburners, and then those bioburners are nowhere near enough to run this whole thing. We are doing 2x power on this playthrough, so each one of these is 60. We have 25 of them, so that's 1,500, 1.5 gigawatts right there. And this is like 180, so we had to start it up slowly and then keep ramping it up until we had enough power to turn the whole thing on. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for the stream. We'll be back this afternoon, West Coast time, to finish this off. Put in the computers, the crystal oscillators, the circuit boards, and the computers. And that will be the end of this Greenfield computer fab. So we're gonna have a part 2. Okay. If you're enjoying the stream, enjoying the VODs, give us a sub on YouTube, like the VOD, and hit the bell if you'd like to be notified when we stream. Alright, that's gonna be it for this one. Thanks all. And we'll chat with you next time. All right. Bye-bye.